Munchie B on Flakko promising to expose Draco the Rulers. Killer. Okay. Hold up. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Let's see this joint right here.
Flakko, Poetic Flakko, has said that he's basically going to make a video where he reveals Draco's killer.
Pretty much. He said that without saying it.
And
I talked to him too.
Yeah, and I got hit up last night. I know Munchie got hit up too by some people who are very upset about this, but I guess I'll read this. There's an arrest coming very soon in a famous LA rapper's death. My video's dropping once I get the green light to name the #1 suspect. The only reason the arrest hasn't happened yet is because they're building a conspiracy and don't want another famous rapper to flee. I don't want to interfere. If LAPD drag their feet another month, I'm dropping the content.
Hey, as soon as I seen it, I called him. I talked to him about it. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna say too much because this don't got nothing to do with me. But what I will say is, you feel me? Everything that he was saying, somebody's going down.
Damn.
Somebody's going down. For sure, for sure. He's getting off the streets. I'm gonna tell you this right now. He's talking to police. He know everything that happened. He know what's went on. He know the rumors. He know the facts. He know everything of what happened. And this is just me being an LA native and me having my ear to the streets.
This stuff here, it just makes LA look so bad, man. You know, and you know, some people when they call in, they say, man, oh, LA ain't like this, and whack don't come around, and you got Flakko knowing all the details and saying that if the LAPD don't hurry up, he gonna put it out, right? This shit is wild, man. You know, understanding that the internet podcasting has made it easy for crimes to be solved, and it's a tool that they use to get all of their information, because people that are supposedly gangsters, they want to be on the screen, they want to be promoted, and they get to promoting them crimes. So it's about to go down, and I know it is. Facts. I know it is because of the way Wack and Flakko is talking. The same exact way with the Big U indictment, we knew it was about to go down. When they start talking about the homicides and shit like that, they not talking about homicides just to say homicide when they directing it towards certain individuals. It's about to go down.
It's like he's there. You know what happened. Somebody's going down. I'm gonna just tell y'all. For sure. But I told him he shouldn't do it.
I mean, I wouldn't do it either. Like, I feel like this kind of thing, more than anything, is what's going to make it really hard for him to move around in LA. And I know he's like not really in LA anymore, but I mean,
why.
What the play he's doing here basically is kind of like the Wack and 600 thing, where like they knew that Big U was getting investigated before everybody else did. So they ran mad content about it, which I guess, all right, fair enough. Like, if you figured out that Big U is being investigated, you could talk about it. But like,
that's just what I just said. And I'm just saying this as I watch it with y'all. That's exactly what I just said. Straight up.
Like, if you're really like predicting that somebody's going to get arrested, I mean, like they're basically going to treat you like you're the one making it happen, even if that's totally not true.
Yeah, you kind of are the one making it happen, though, from this.
Basically, and what from what he told me is the police already know who did it, but they just basically don't want nobody else to they want it to be concrete so nobody runs away and all this type of stuff. That's what he told me.
I mean, that second sentence, though, is like,
yeah, that's
very interesting, considering he's saying another famous rapper. Just that. So he's basically implying that whoever this is a well-known, joined-up individual. Like, not just
from here, you know what he's talking.
Yeah, but of course.
I could guess, but you know, if LAPD drags their feet another month, I'm dropping the like. That's the crazy to me is that he's like saying like listen, if LAPD is going to take too long, I'm just going to do their job for them.
Yeah. What? How you feel about it, Munchie? I talked to you this morning.
I think something wrong with him. No, for real. It's some weird going on in his brain.
Can you pull the mic in a little bit, I think?
I think something wrong with that nigga, bro.
With Flakko.
Yeah, something he like not normal. Something ain't right with him.
Well,
He not feeling that. He like, bro, trying to get the BT.
Understand this, right? It's exciting for Wack to talk about homicide investigations. Yeah, somebody is going to be going to jail. And what I see with these, people out this way, it's like niggas is popping it on the internet and they, proud to brag about certain things, but it's consequences to this shit. And I can tell Munchie B feels uncomfortable sitting up here right now. You definitely can tell that. But Wack and Flakko ain't playing by no rules. I wonder when these people up here gonna wake up and understand that.
And washed. I'm not feeling this shit.
No, that go for anybody. Like why you just don't join the academy, bro? I'll tell you, you ain't even gotta be college graduate to be a police, bro. That go for Wack 600. Like who? I never heard of people go to somebody court date if they not there for themselves or to support.
okay, but
Like these people do is just crazy.
are you consistent with this? Because when Traplo Ross has been investigating the dude David, who allegedly killed his underage girlfriend and stuffed her into the trunk of the frunk of the Tesla.
Uh-huh.
I mean, those are like his biggest videos on his second channel he's like ever done, I think. And then B, I didn't see anybody saying that Traplo Ross was doing something bad by basically like exposing the rumors about what was happening with the investigation of that. So is your
So I'm gonna say this, man. Like Munchie B definitely shouldn't have went back. This shit here, just being honest, looks like it's a spiral for Munchie B. And y'all can let me know what y'all think in the chat, in the comments, but it looked like it's like a spiral for Munchie B being, at no jumper. See, situations like this, being on these type of podcasts, they can be beneficial for you if you're not in the streets and you change your life around and you want to build something beyond the streets. But if you want to be connected to the streets and doing this, I don't think podcasting is beneficial for you, because people that are doing content, everybody's not supporting what the street business is. That's not what's going on the internet. The internet is not supported by street rules. The internet is supported by people doing whatever they want to do. Straight up. Appreciate the super chat. From the cave south. From the cave south. All right. It said it used to be a time law-abiding black folks weren't expected to not call the cops on criminals. Wack the only one wrong, not Flakko. He's not a criminal. And I understand where you're coming from with that, right? I do understand where you're coming from, because Flakko is telling these bulls literally that he's gonna call the cops. He's telling these bulls that he can't wait to talk to the FBI. But these people that claim to be gang members and affiliated with gangs, they don't understand to not deal with certain individuals by any means necessary, because these people don't care not to say certain things online because it's going to incriminate yourself. It's going to incriminate your homies and others. So I understand where you're coming from with that. Smash that like button and hit the subscribe button.
Offense that you're taking to Flakko talking about this is it's solely because we can probably assume that the people he's talking about are people that you're cool with.
Trap did the video regarding this also. He and paused it and all kind of stuff. You never seen that?
Yeah, where he broke down the whole footage.
He did the with the judge. He paused it and whatever he thought. But we talking about somebody that's talking about he ain't trying to interfere with their investigation if they take too long. Like what the hell? That's two different things. They ain't, you know what I'm saying?
And I feel like, you feel me? Recipe to Draco, but I feel like it's different when you're reporting on somebody hurting a little girl and somebody hurting somebody that was in an active beef. I feel like it's a little different.
For sure.
What I'm saying?
True.
Reporting on kids passing away and weird like that and a grown
weird ass domestic violence type.
You know?
Everybody's like, hey, this little girl didn't deserve that. Whereas gangbangers killing each other, everybody's like, well,
yeah, nobody deserved to die, but it's like they know what they signed up for. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I think it's slightly different, but this is still it's pretty crazy, Flakko. I talked to you and I was like, hey.
At the same time, this happened in public. I was at this concert. There was hella people backstage. There was all of us in the crowd waiting for, I think, Dom Kennedy to come out after Kamaya, and then this happened back. So there's a bunch of eyewitnesses that could be taking this approach. Flakko doing it from another state seems like he's inserting himself in the problem.
And it seems
definitely
like
inserting himself.
Seems like he waited because this happened.
Yeah, a couple years ago.
4 years ago. And Flakko is not. He just didn't wake up privy to this information yesterday.
And
he did know this. He wanted to wait until
you're a part of No Jumper. We have people that work here that are closely related to this situation, blood related to the situation. You could have took this to them, but you're using it for content. So that kind of seemed disingenuous to me as well. Like,
well, but I don't think it's disingenuous because he makes it perfectly clear that he's all about the content. And that, like, he wants to get his views.
But don't make it seem like you're out for justice. And if LAPD doesn't do something, you will. When you could have been told the people family what's up.
I wonder this, though. I agree with you, Cam, but that's not what I'm reading from this. You feel me? With the LAPD interfering, I'm dropping. I think he's saying exactly what the he mean. I don't care that anybody passed away. Nigga, I'm finna get this green $sign on my YouTube, and I'm finna go crazy.
Well, Flakko's whole ethos is kind of like, we should get all these killers and murderers off the streets.
Yeah, so while simultaneously being on FaceTime with them and saying that he loves them.
And calling them prime ministers.
Yes.
I'm wondering this though. So if he were to drop it before the investigation gets wrapped up and people are arrested, is that like less police-ish? Because if Trapler Ross already did this, right? He already made a video doing an extensive breakdown of what he believes happened, right? So we could say that cops could have watched that and said, oh, there are clues here. Let's follow up on the things that he's stating, right? So like if Trap has already done this and Flakko is seemingly going to do a similar thing, but with more ironclad evidence based off of like investigative paperwork, what's the difference? Isn't it just all police stuff or what?
Or take the situation out of it. Anytime somebody pass away, that's what people do. Kanika Jenkins, remember when she walked into the freezer?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's trying to solve that.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime this happens, this is what they do. But when somebody say, if they take too long, or I'm not trying to interfere with their investigation, like I'm waiting on the green light. Like I don't know what kind of like you sound like.
Okay, so remember when Wax said when.
So what I want, Munchie B to understand, right? The internet is not living by no rules. The internet is not a gang compound. Yes, gang members on the internet doing content and incriminating themselves, but it's not a damn gang compound where everybody on the internet is living by the code. People on the internet don't care. They don't care if anybody gets locked up for the situation. If they can do content and get paid from whatever they talking about, that's what they're going to do. This is what, the people got to understand. Gang life is not respected on the internet. Nobody cares. If you want to be a gang member, you be a gang member, okay. But it's not for the internet because nobody cares that you in a gang. Nobody. Niggas is going to talk about whatever. Straight up. You know, and they don't care. They looking for content. People is doing this internet thing for money. They on here for money. They not on here to be friends. They not on here to make people feel better and comfort whatever crimes is happening. Niggas is on here looking at something to talk about. What story can I talk about? And that's what people have to understand. You know, if you think that, oh, somebody shouldn't say this, somebody shouldn't say that, you definitely behind the 8 ball. They gonna say everything on here. You know, it's so many different personalities on here, right? You can't even get all the gang members to have the same mentality of no snitching. How you think you gonna get people on the internet that are far away from the situation to have that mentality? It don't work like that, you know. And within the black community, this is why so much crime is in the black community, because the mind frame is if everybody black is a gangster. They gotta live like a gangster. They gotta, you know, not tell. They gotta not do this because they black. The mind frame is why so much crime in the black community. Straight up. But there's people that don't care about that mentality or that mind frame. This is why they living the way they living, because they don't care. Man, I'm not living like this because you niggas living like that. So when people start to understand that and you come to the damn internet, nobody's living by no rules that you living by. This is why Wack is on here doing what he's doing, because he's not living by the rules, but he's manipulating the gang members as if he's living by the rules. And they fall for it. They see him do it to somebody else, they ignore it until it's done to them.
He was putting out the stuff on Big U that was the warning sign. That was like the flare in the air, like, yo, it's time to get little. Like, if you don't know, they coming. If he drops it now, is that like more respectable because he's kind of warning
that ain't
people?
Respectable at all, bro. What he doing, what Wack doing is not respectable, bro. It's from a street person. Like, you don't get on the, hey, run from the police on the internet. You gotta watch YouTube.
I think it's a little different.
Go tell the Crips. Ain't Big U from 60?
I think it's different if you watch the Trap Lord Ross shit. I watched the whole, I think it was maybe like 3 hours. I sat down and watched it. And he did tell a lot of information, but he more so was on a area of people or a group of people or a gang. He said, I'm going to drop the name of the number one suspect. Mm-hmm. Trap Lord Ross didn't do that. He just said, you know, Inglewood, Pyru affiliates. You know what I'm saying? He didn't pull up nigga a mugshot and was like him. Flakko finna say, I know this first name, last name. I know he said he already won it for another author. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Post a mugshot.
Yeah, he said he already won it for something else, and he know.
But I mean, like, also, like if you're tapped into the LA hood Instagram community, a lot of people were making wrong assumptions based on the timing of it. Not, you know what I'm saying? They're making really wrong assumptions, which are,
you know what's
wrong as in what though?
Like they're talking about people. Okay. So there's I don't know if it was Twitter Spaces or Clubhouse he was on the other day, Munchie, when he was talking to all those people.
Oh, you see, he got you in this.
That's what I'm saying. Like that.
Hey,
like,
me saying the bottle shit, that ain't nothing.
I know it's not.
People think so because
that's my point.
Go to jail so bad. They'll be on my Instagram looking for me with a bottle or something.
Right.
Shit, they can come grab your ass and question you about it for sure.
But just people's names being like thrown in when they have nothing to do with it, and it's just like that. I feel, especially like Tim said earlier, when it's someone that is a no jumper, you know, personality.
That's how does Ralphie feel about this.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you posting this on your page.
But what they saying, Tim,
that's the most messed up part.
It's on his heart to be some type. First of all, he don't give a fuck about none of that
That's
shit.
That's obvious though.
He not trying to save lives. He don't care about none of this shit. He just a content nigga, bro. Like that's what he is. He ain't genuine about nothing. He don't give a fuck.
Well, it makes it difficult then, like, you know, like, because at the end of the day, saying something like this, holding police evidence over people's heads, like as some kind of potential looming threat, that's beyond, like, I don't even know.
Flakko isn't the threat. The police are the threat to the people at large. This is such a high profile case. Like, let's be real, guys. Like, I think it's disrespectful, obviously, to Ralphie and shit and the family, of course. But what he's alleging here is a conspiracy for murder. This is so high profile that, like, you guys are acting like Flakko is the person that's gonna imprison these people.
Man, what the fuck?
The police
Bro,
are the
he's
people on them.
Bro, he promoting it like an album. What are you talking about?
Bro, listen, didn't the same happen to Dirk though? Weren't people saying for a year that Dirk was gonna go down, that they knew that the feds were coming to get him?
He went on Gillian Wallow. They said, where you see yourself in so many years? He said, indicted in the feds. He said it.
And you
what
do
you talking about?
Know, though, bro, how many times it's been evident in history in the last 10 years to where police will know about something and they won't jump on it until you get some sort of outrage or the internet. And then they're like, all right, now we got to close this because the public is starting to, and that's what this will do.
Has the outrage not been there though? I've seen multiple videos of Draco's
Flakko,
mom advocating for justice.
10
right?
J got a video.
Like, I just don't understand.
10 J got a video with YG in the thumbnail about Draco's death like 2 days after he got killed.
No, look. They take your interview, right? He's like, we don't beef. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause we'll get you. And they put the title on there. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, they put a title on anything, but no, that is not what Trap Laross do is not the same. And Trap don't got a special interest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think Flakko goes into a little more depth.
No. It's a battery in Flakko back. He got some type of what's the word? Not incentive, but it's a battery in his back. You know
okay, the difference between Flakko and Traplo Ross is that Traplo Ross will put out a video that uses a bunch of street rumors, a bunch of Reddit rumors to say, oh, this guy killed so-and-so, blah, blah, blah. Or he'll just speculate in general. But what Flakko is doing is Flakko saying there is an investigation going on and these people are about to be arrested for it, which is a little different. And honestly seems a little bit less bad, right? Because
what's less bad?
That he's saying like these people are about to get arrested for this thing. Whereas when Traplo Ross says, oh, there's mad people in the Reddit who think that this person killed this person, that to me is like more likely to get somebody caught up or investigated. Whereas with Flakko says, hey, there's an investigation happening and these people are going to get picked up. I mean, it is a little weird that he's saying like, I might just reveal it before
that's what
the police bring it out.
Yes.
What's horrible is him saying that he's waiting on the green light and he don't want to interfere with the investigation. Like, what you acting like you work at the station or something versus Trap?
See, Flakko is letting people know, right, of his connections. Whack them people. He's letting you know he's waiting for the green light. He's waiting for Whack to tell him, go ahead, put it out, Flakko. Let everybody know. So if Flakko put it out, it don't look like it came from Whack, but all of us know who he got it from. So he waiting on a green light from Whack. He telling everybody, man, as soon as I get the green light, I'm gonna put this shit out. Soon as Whack tell him go, he gonna go. This how he know all the information. Come on, man. See, hey, listen, man, you gotta wake up, man.
Ross, he doing what all these other YouTubers do. They copy and paste them. There's no jumper interview, that interview, this interview, and whatever. You know what I'm saying? That shit, and everybody know that's kind of like harmless. This nigga, I don't know what he woke up on.
But that's why I asked you, Munchie, like, do you think that if he just put it out, it would just be like less of a hit type of thing? Like, instead of I'm not trying to interfere with the police investigation, he just puts it out. He's just trying to go viral. Whatever his instance means is, would that be like less bad, like less police activity type?
That's potentially helping the police more. Like 100. It's like the
that's
opposite.
You convicting a person in public, basically.
Yeah,
you gotta look at it like this too, right? Say this suspect he doesn't know that the police is looking for him yet, or
No way.
he might know that, or he might not know that he the prime suspect. You know what I'm saying? Drop this, and the police could be watching your movements, your flight patterns, what you buy in, all that type of stuff. And this video drops. What if said dude get them moving around and try to run? You know what I'm saying? And that the police are already watching him. So I'm saying that'll make him look even more guilty. We're already watching you.
He's like him, and why? That's a lot of reason why people don't want to come up here and interview, bro. These weird type vibes, bro. Like who?
Flakko's nearly never here.
They don't
Association with the brand, though. For sure.
Look. That's I have to tell them, bro. Stop sending me this link. They reporting what he that's out there. He talking about what he about to drop like an album, like that's not no jumper work. That's Flakko work. You know what I'm saying? So he kind of, but what that's on him, man.
I mean, my main thing is like
that nigga. That's good for that. I get if it make him happy, I guess.
I had somebody hit me up saying basically like, hey, if Flakko's dropping this kind of content, it's gonna get treated like No Jumper's the ones dropping that content.
Definitely.
Which
He's right.
on one hand, I think Flakko's totally within his right to expose whatever the fuck he wants to say about an ongoing investigation. Because I mean, it's not any different than what happens in the real media world, where the New York Times, if they find out that there's an investigation going on into a alleged crime that Donald Trump committed, they are going to publish an article where the title is "There is an investigation going on into Donald Trump for X, Y, and Z." And that's not considered even slightly out of the ordinary for them to sort of preemptively say, hey, we've.
Bottom line, stop acting like being on No Jumper is the streets. This ain't the streets, man. This is a podcast where they cover information that goes on in the streets, and they go into detail about crimes or whatever, and they not sugarcoating it. You got Whack up here. Come on now. Whack done told everybody that the feds watch No Jumper. The feds then came to Adam. The feds then went to Whack. Understanding that this is the hub for the feds to get information. Adam's doing content. He don't care about what happens. He don't care if somebody get locked up. He doing the content. The feds is using the platform to get information because people are going to have these conversations. They're going to continue to have the conversations.
Found out about an investigation that is taking place. I personally don't want that stuff being revealed on my platform, and at this time it's kind of useful. I think that it was like not here or not consistently on the channel. I think unless he drops some kind of crazy bomb, we won't be covering it any further.
Well, the thing is, like, the police and the media have had a very tenuous relationship for a long time, and anytime there is investigations, there'll be communication, be like, hey, don't reveal this, or they'll do media blackouts and things like that. It's very commonly done.
You gotta know when this dropped, though, they're gonna be like, yeah, Flakko and ADAM22 some snitchers. They gonna throw your name in automatically.
No, they're not.
I'm telling you already hit me this morning about it, and I just work here. I'm not the owner.
Nobody's gonna say ADAM22 snitched on it when I didn't have anything to do with creating the content.
You think they gonna group?
You want that to be true, but that's not actually reality.
If is calling the workers, this isn't my company.
Yeah, they're calling the workers because they want them to lean on Flakko for it to not come out. But if No Jumper's not the one,
that's not what they
forward.
said. I can show you the message. It was more so, damn, that's what's going on up there, bro. And I'm like, he's in Texas.
Yeah,
but they don't know that. Nobody know that in Texas.
I mean, if your argument is that there is some retard out there that would try to make that argument, then I feel you. But I object to the notion that that's going to be the prevailing narrative, was that I had a role in it just because Flakko, somebody who used to be
not
on this
saying
podcast
you had a role,
consistently.
Adam, it's No Jumper host, Poetic Flakko. That's enough.
So it seemed like
that part.
That's enough. That's enough. Not saying you had any part or any, just the fact that this post No Jumper host Poetic Flakko, that automatically come down on all of us, including you.
So you're saying you think I should formally excommunicate Flakko from being known as a No Jumper host?
Not excommunicate. No, I don't think so.
If he been gone since last year and he came up to say I'm way worse, and to be a co-defendant with Jalise that one time, when have you been back?
Wait, what?
When have you been back other than that Tuesday show?
Flakko?
That's the only time, or like
Yeah, he
Since
pulled
last
out that
year.
one time, and that was it, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
So, is he a host still?
I would say the
Shit,
door
the
is
folks said.
open for him to be on the podcast. However, is he consistently on the channel? Obviously not.
Regardless, he's still a
But you gotta
For
prominent.
be
things
a
like
real
this,
no
though,
jumper
do you
fan
wanna-
to know that.
Do you
know what
want
I'm
to
saying?
distance yourself from him if that narrative is going to be prevailing that Flakko is doing
I mean,
murder
what more do I need to
investigation
do to
work?
distance myself aside from the fact that he doesn't live in this state and he's not consistently been on the channel for a year?
You gotta
Well,
say
I
it.
think you're thinking about it too much in our day-to-day life and not the prevailing feelings on the internet that
'Cause
Flakko
your
is
average
a part
person
of.
doesn't even know that he don't be here no more. Your average person don't know that he live in Texas. You
I
gotta
mean, he's
be
been gone
like,
for a year,
know?
so I feel like it's a pretty safe bet that anybody who really wants to know or is paying attention at all probably knows that he's not consistently on the channel at this time.
Although he is one of the most prominent no jumper affiliates, so people still kind of
They associate him with the brand.
niggas still associate AD Uncle with this. Like, come on,
Yeah,
man.
it's no,
Like,
for real.
stop. What are we doing, man?
But
We
if somebody
can't-
tried to tell me, hey, OG Suicide is up No Jumper's image, I'm going to be like, okay, that is officially too burnt out of a take for me to engage with.
You see what I'm saying? Like, nah, but it's because Flakko has been here a long time. He's been one of the most prominent hosts, and even just like the post, No Jumper host. That nigga's still a host here, regardless if he be here or not. People are still gonna see him as that, and spreads faster than facts, right? If Flakko say some dumb shit on Instagram right now, that's gonna spread way faster than us talking about he lives in Texas every Tuesday.
Mhm.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't know
And
that.
okay, we're not necessarily associated with Flakko, right? Because he's not here, hasn't been here. But this is posted on the No Jumper platform.
No,
on the No
and
Jumper
Sus
Instagram.
said it. It says no jumper host. Poetic.
So-
Literally, that is in the
This
post
shit
on
comes
our
out
page.
on all of us.
But I think he still got the password to post. So did he post this?
Nah, he didn't. My man sitting right here did.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, it says Nathan. It says Nathan.
That is
We're
true.
doing it to ourselves, my nigga. That's all I'm saying is don't think that is gonna drop this and everybody in this room is not gonna hear
Oh,
something about it.
this is a major edit if this is getting edited.
I mean,
There you go, Nathan.
Yo, he's
Stand
editing
up for
right?
yourself,
It's a
Nathan.
major edit.
I've never even edited on the
Not a
browser
good look.
before. Show it on the screen, but yeah, I mean, sure, all right. Oh wow, look at this.
This
That's crazy.
There you go.
Look, I didn't want to say that to get
Yo,
Flakko.
Nathan just fired him.
That's
I'm
fucked
saying.
up.
You lied to me.
I'm just saying,
That's
man.
Hit the
that-
refresh.
Yeah, you got to refresh it.
That's crazy. Damn.
Okay, now he fired him. Now he
Oh!
fired him. Damn, fired by a Mexican. You know he ain't gonna like that. Wow.
Yeah, that's messy, man. So understanding that, don't think that the internet is the streets, man.